Mackenzie Shirilla's mother, Natalie, doesn't come across as a parent. She comes across as the architect of her daughter's worst instincts. In the Instagram records, she isn't setting boundaries. She's fueling Mackenzie's fire, validating her bullying, sharing secrets, and shifting blame onto anyone but her. She even handed her daughter the very murder weapon, the car, enabling a reckless teenager already spiraling out of control. Police later pointed out that there were drugs in that same car. Neither Natalie or Steve reacted with shock or concern.
Just to let you know where we stand as a police department, okay? Where we stand today, okay? Full transparency here. There's drugs in the car. She had a bag of mushrooms on her and a scale. Full transparency, guys. I'm sorry, I'm ripping the Band-Aid off, okay? Drugs in the car.
Streets, DVS, stuck in the system, new age plug. What's up? How we doing tonight?
New age plug, you did it again. You already know what it is. All right, so DBS, I'm doing good. How you doing?
Can't complain, man. This is the video I wanted to cover from the very beginning. I wanted to see the emotional reactions, any kind of sincerity or empathy, anything like that. This is what I was looking for in the very beginning of us covering this case. So finally we're here and we're going to see how evil this little bitch is.
Yeah, man, Mackenzie Shirilla, the stupid ass killer. She is definitely not remorseful, man. We're hearing calls right when it happened, and now we're getting to the point where we're seeing Mackenzie inside of the prison, the pictures that she's putting out. Bro, she looks like she's older than me, and I'm 34 years old. This chick is supposed to be in her early 20s, aging like freaking wine, bro.
Yeah, wine actually ages very well. Yeah, she's aging. She's aging like a sour grape. She's shriveling up into a raisin. She's turning into a raisin. Yeah, no. So this is what usually happens, right? When you're incarcerated,
She's aging like milk.
Oh yeah, she's curdling. But this is the evolution or de-evolution of what takes on the body when you're incarcerated. Either you can stress yourself out to become the old wrinkled cat lady, or you can preserve yourself and stop the aging process and get into bettering yourself. But when a person doesn't want to better themselves, they usually get eaten from the inside out. That evil soul sucking whatever that is, the evil, that shit, it usually consumes them from the inside out, and they usually turn into what they really are. They look how they really are, if you get what I'm saying. So she's only turning into who she really is. That's what's taking place. She's morphing. She's transforming.
Let's get to it, man.
Is everybody ready?
I think she thought she was walking out of this place.
General rules before we get started. All phones are to be turned off. Members of the media may have their phones on, but must be turned to silent. There will be no in and out of the courtroom. Once the proceedings begin, if you do leave, you will not be permitted. Today is an emotional and stressful day for three families and for the defendant and for those who care for Davion, Dominic, and Mackenzie. I expect everyone here to be respectful of everyone who's in the room. And if there's any...
Now, her last name is Russo, but she's not related to Dom and Dom's mom.
Well, I'm pretty sure subconsciously, somewhere along the lines, there is a string of connection. And I'm pretty sure it, some would say it would not influence the case, but I think it brought closer, the closeness of whatever, with everything that happened and that being a coincidence, I guess. I think it brought, her a little bit closer to the case. the closeness is there because of that. Subconsciously. That's just me though.
Pause the proceedings, and the deputies will escort you out. The court's process will be as follows. I will hear first from the state and the representatives of any of the victims. The court will then hear from the defense and any representatives who wish to speak. The defendant has a constitutional right not to speak. She has exercised that right not to speak at trial, and that right continues throughout this proceeding. She will be afforded the opportunity to speak if she wishes, but that's her choice. Following that portion, the court will deliver the sentence. I also want to advise the defendant that she has a right to an appeal and a transcript at state's expense, and we will assign counsel to represent you. Counsel, we have previously discussed and agreed to the following, that the only counts for which the court will sentence today as a matter of law are counts 1 and 2, each of which is murder in violation of Ohio Revised Code Section 2903.02a. Count 1 being the murder of Dominic Russo, count 2 being the murder of David.
Are you feeling the compassion within her that she's closing her eyes and acting like it's just a dream?
It's not compassion, it's fear of what her future is, and she's not sorry for what she's not remorseful, DBS. She's just scared at this point because she hasn't been up the road yet. Remember, you've been up the road, but you know that feeling of being in that courtroom, going from county jail, and then being up the road. And this is sentencing day. This is the day she figures out what her future is. She's not remorseful.
Well, she's trying to make it seem like she's somewhat remorseful. She can't act very well at all.
Each of these counts are statutory sentences. Each is 15 years to life with parole eligibility after the base term is served, and with parole strictly within the discretion and jurisdiction of the Ohio Parole Board. Each of these counts stand separate and apart from each other, and they can be run either concurrently or consecutively. That is the only discretion permitted to the court in the sentencing today. It is my understanding that we are also in agreement of the following mergers. As to the guilty verdicts against the defendant related to the victim, Dominic Russo, the counts 3, 5, 6, and 9 merge into count 1. As to the guilty verdicts against the defendant related to the victim, Davion Flanagan, the counts 4, 7, 8, and 10 are merged into count 2. That the raping tokes enhancement and post-release control are not applicable to either count 1 or 2. Is that a correct statement?
That's accurate, Your Honor. Correct?
Yes, Your Honor. Thank you. I do wish to proceed on counts 11 and 12. It's my understanding on these 2 felonies of the 5th degree that both sides are waiving any argument. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor. Yes, Your Honor.
Is she waiving any statement on counts 11 and 12?
As to those 2 counts, yes.
All right. The defendant is sentenced in counts 11 and 12, each of which is a felony of the 5th degree, to 7 months in prison on each count to be served concurrent to each other with credit for time served. Fines and costs are waived. As to the driver's license suspension for counts 9 and 10, the aggravated vehicular homicides, her driver's license is suspended for life.
Yeah, so she'll never be able to drive a vehicle, have a license ever again.
I'm now prepared to hear from anybody who would like to speak on behalf of the state.
But if she gets caught driving a car, DBS, you can let it play while it's dead time too. But she will never be able to. She'll be able to drive again. Like anybody could just drive. But you know what her charges would be? It would be suspended license, right?
No, it would be violation of parole.
Your Honor, my name is Jamie Flanagan. I am the mother of
On top of that,
Davion Flanagan.
Real quick, pause real quick.
Share.
This is the same young lady, the mom of Davion, the adopted mom. She was in our comments before talking about how she's going to be at every hearing, every parole hearing to the end to make sure Kenzie doesn't get out.
Yeah, I don't blame her, man. I don't blame her at all.
A small part of what we lost on 7/31/2022. My son Davion is and always will be so much more than cargo. He was precious. He was an amazing soul with a heart of gold. He gave to the world what he wanted most in his own life: love. The kind of love that would rescue a friend in the middle of the night, no questions asked. The kind that would protect others and honor them. He made friends easily with his infectious smile. He was a gifted athlete. He had plans to go to barber school and open his own shop. My son did not have a clique of friends, but instead was a friend to all. He would go out of his way to show love and kindness to others, including those that were often cast aside by society, the less fortunate, the developmentally challenged, the hurting, and the unvalued. Davion made sure that everyone that crossed his path knew that he truly saw them, that he valued them, and that they were worth his time. Davion and my kids have had more than their fair share of heartbreak, of hardship, and of loss. Davion was adopted with his sisters from foster care. They are biological siblings. We are honored to be chosen, or to have been chosen, to be their parents. They're forever family. I am devastated by the loss of Davion. The world lost a truly special man. My girls lost their best friend, their protector, the one and only trusted family that has been by their side from day one.
Now, I just want to get into that, plug, because this is where it starts to get emotional for me. That right there, being in a system and having siblings. I don't have any siblings, but I've seen other kids that had siblings. That unity that they have is something that is admirable. So for them to have that trust in their brother, and him not being here any longer, it takes a piece of them, and a piece away of their security, their trust, and they're gonna have a lot of healing and repairing to do, if they can, because most people can't.
This alone, or he alone, understands the pain and loss that they have gone through and was always there for them. This fact alone breaks my heart for my girls, for my family. So many dreams shattered, a future stolen. We will never get to see the amazing man that he was surely to become. His life was precious. Like I said, he was so much more than cargo. I pray daily for strength and perseverance for myself and for my family. I also pray that Mackenzie will find true remorse in her heart and true repentance. We thank all of those that worked so hard to help us bring justice for our son. We are forever thankful. Davion, we miss you terribly, but as Christians, we grieve with hope. We will make sure your memory lives on, and we ache for the day that we are united again in eternity. Thank you.
That was powerful.
That was, plug, because his sisters lost a piece of themselves when he died.
Yeah, she spoke out. She's on Mackenzie's neck as well.
Yeah, she's on her fucking neck, as she should be, this little evil bitch.
Hello, could you start with your name?
Hi, Your Honor. My name is Divine Flanagan. Davion was my older brother. The passing of Davion Markel Flanagan has been very difficult for me. We have gone through everything together since day one. Davion was a big brother to me and my younger sister, Dalia. We all got adopted together in 2012. After Davion passed away, a lot of trauma and past pain has came into my life, causing it to be difficult to heal from this trauma event, or this traumatic event. Davion was not just a big brother to me, but a role model in many ways. He was the person I trusted the most because he made me feel safe. He taught me the importance of cherishing each moment and enjoying life. The memories we have are strong, but losing him has shown me the value of life. He has how God works in ways you can't understand, but is worth it in the end. I don't want this pain for anyone else. I don't want people to have to go through this. As an 18
She's a liar. You see this? See that she can't even muster up the emotion because she doesn't have any attachment. I'm not even involved with this personally, and I'm tearing up.
year old, I hate the fact that he has gone because someone decided to take his life. Now that Davion is gone, I feel stuck. I feel
Yeah, you stupid little bitch. Yeah, you. Yo, this is pissing me off. Like, I'm not gonna lie. She can't even muster it. She can't even do crocodile tears, bro.
as if I can't move forward. I feel lost. He was the one who picked me up when I fell. He was my best friend and the only person that has stayed with me since I was born. I would
Because at the
I
end
would
of the
like you
day,
to give
DVS,
Mackenzie
that could be anybody's child that's in that back seat. She would so there might have been a little percentage of like a crime of passion of killing Dom, but it's plain out murder for killing Davion, and that could have been anybody, bro. That could have been any person back there, and for her just to sit there and do this little, like you said, she's a good actor, bro. She's a really well, she's not a good actor, but she's acting right now.
Yeah, she's acting, and she can't even act accordingly. You know what I mean? She's fucking. There's something wrong. There's that detachment with the iPad kids, man. This is it. This is this should be poster child shit.
the longest possible sentence. I've known her for about 3 years, and she's always taken the easy way out.
Oh,
You shouldn't be able to take the easy way out when it comes to murder. It's completely unfair that no matter what sentence you give her, she will be eligible for parole, while my brother will be gone forever. Thank you, Your Honor.
wow,
Mm,
wow.
Crazy. When we know the outcome, listen to that, it's crazy. Oh man.
That's right. She did that, man. She's holding it together too, man.
Wait, can you start with your name?
I'm Christine Russo. I'm Dominic's mother.
The lawyer, DVS.
Say what now?
She's a lawyer.
She's a lawyer. Okay. Well, you can obviously see her. She's distraught in a sense. She's showing emotion because usually our lawyers don't show any kind of emotion in this sense. Anyways, they usually show rage and all that craziness. But this right here seems like it's about to hit hard, man. And I want to see the reaction to Mackenzie because for her to hear what it is that the sister of Davion
Yep.
said, and there was no emotion, no real emotion to even make a crack at, empathy. Um, Listen, when she said all that, I've never seen this, and I mentioned this before we even saw her even speak. But when I heard her say it, it made me even more emotional. I teared up. I was choked up a little bit,
And
and
that's perfectly
I'm
fine, man. This is one of those cases that this could have been any of our kids in that car, man. And I
what
feel your pain through
well, it
this.
hits me more so because I've been through the system my whole life. Now, if I'd had siblings, right, um, that's a different kind of camaraderie. Uh, it's like you're literally losing a piece of yourself if that person passes away. You know what I mean? So uh, it hits home. Hits home. I can understand this fully. So fuck Mackenzie.
No one wanted this to be a murder or to punish Mackenzie Shirilla for this accident. But this was not a car accident.
Mm.
The evidence and science proved that Mackenzie Shirilla murdered my son, Dominic, as well as Davion. There's no fix put in this case, as the Shirillas would like to proclaim. I want to thank Strongsville Police Department, and the state of Ohio for seeking the truth behind this crash. Thanks to them, we all know what happened in that car that day. What we don't know is why. I wish I could change this every day. I lost 3 children in that crash.
She's talking about Mackenzie too.
A
Wow.
minute goes by each day that I don't think about my son, as well as Davion. My heart is forever broken. The cries heard from the Shirilla family and friends after the verdict are nothing more than a lack of remorse. Mackenzie Shirilla had a choice. Dom and Davion did not. We are all left here to mourn. But what Dom, Nick, and Davion lost can never be remedied in any way or by any particular sentence. On July 31st, 2022, I called Mackenzie's mother, hysterical with the loss of my son and Davion. I knew Mackenzie was in the hospital, and the first statement said to me was, "Oh, please don't listen to what everyone's saying on Facebook."
Whoa. What was that, Plug? What were they saying on Facebook? You know, Facebook
Okay,
is like
yeah,
the streets.
So she's talking about how Mackenzie's mom Natalie doesn't know how to shut up, and she doesn't want to take accountability for her daughter. So when Miss Russo calls, she's like, "Don't listen to Facebook. My daughter would never." Instead of saying, "Hey, R.I.P. to Dawn. I'm so sorry. I can't believe my daughter did this. Like, I just can't listen. I'm here for you guys. I'm here for my daughter as well, but I'm here for you guys first because my daughter made an action that we can't take back. This is something that can never be took back." So, like, you know how Natalie is. We've heard the calls, DBS. You know how Natalie is.
So that's the thing, though. She this is where Mackenzie gets a lot of her denial and loss of accountability from, because just hearing what you just said right now, right? She should have said the right thing, right? She should have said, "Hey, listen, something took place. Rest in peace," or "I send my condolences. I'm a parent for first and foremost." Or "I don't know what's taking place," in a sense where I don't know what really happened, but I know that your son is no longer here, and I just, I want to send my condolences. What can I do to help, or what can we do to, make this easier? Nothing like that. To say what, she said is no accountability. It automatically shows that she's covering up for some shit she didn't think through, like this little bitch not thinking shit through. Not thinking it's going to get back to whoever it is that she said it about. Because these phone calls that we're hearing as well is fucking bananas. You're absolutely right to touch on how she speaks to her on the phone from the phone call prisons.
Another thing too,
Yeah.
real quick, DBS, real quick. So the mom Natalie actually posted a video of Miss Russo, Dom's mom, in the interrogation room, and she's talking about, "Don't let Mackenzie fool you. She's been down that route before." Now, because the prosecution was coming with the angle that she's never been down that, or she has been down that route before, like pre-gaming, Natalie actually switched it around and make it look like it was a common route that Mackenzie always took. Now, I don't know which one is true. We've heard multiple people say they took that route. It don't matter. What the point is, she put like some kind of like weird emoji on Miss Russo's face, and like she's just they're slandering the victim's parents still. Natalie's at war with the Russos. We heard the calls too about that. Like, it's just disgusting, bro. You don't treat people that lost somebody like this. You still have your daughter, bro. She should be at least paralyzed or something.
That's the bad girls mentality, man. The Bad Girl Club did a disservice to a lot of these women that have children that are Mackenzie's age and younger, because this is sick shit. Exactly what you're saying is that exactly what should be felt and what should be done. There shouldn't be any bickering back and forth between your fucking daughter, who's not supposed to be here. She is supposed to be gone in that fucking car too. And you bickering with one of the victims that she killed's mother. Who the fuck does that? What Jerry Springer bullshit is this? This is the Bad Girls Club fucking mentality. Sick shit.
Yeah. My son is dead. It's friend is dead, and I'm checking on yours. Yet social media is what's important. Social media has made a game out of the life of Mackenzie and is making a game out of this heart-wrenching tragedy. No one can imagine the pain of losing a child unless they have lost one themselves.
So Mackenzie and Natalie
pain is
made the game.
forevermore.
Real quick. You know, I don't want to cut off a victim's impact statement and RIP to Dom. I just want to say this real quick. Mackenzie and her mom made it a game. They made it a game by their language. They made it a game by playing this little game of trying to have people come out of the woodworks in like Crime Circus and all these other channels saying free Mackenzie. I just think the game started with Natalie and Mackenzie first. I just want to put that out there.
Yeah, no, they're sick. The mother is the one that allowed all this shit to take place, and the father's no better because he allowed it to take place under his roof, right? And the fact that you allowed your daughter to fucking be groomed and molded into whatever the fuck this is just shows that you obviously didn't fucking pay attention to what was going on, or you didn't care enough to fucking involve yourself or intervene to prevent this. But this is the most cases with middle America. I've noticed that a lot of the men don't wear the pants; they're just yes men, and the women really run the household. And unfortunately, they've been trained and taught by fucking the bad girls club. So I think this is what it is. This is what we got. Bunch of bullshit.
Time does not heal this wound. Mackenzie, going to prison because you did this. Be thankful that you're still alive and have a future, whatever that may be. Dom and Davion were robbed of their futures, their hopes, and their dreams. Mackenzie showed no mercy on Dominic, nor did she on Davion. Only God at this time can have mercy on her soul. Thank you.
Wow, that was powerful too, because she gave Mackenzie a little bit of, love, a little bit like, you were one of my daughters and I can't believe you've done this.
Well, was is past tense. That's no longer. After everything she found out and they released all those text messages and they really dug into everything. Remember, they have access to everything from this to that, everything that was opened up in the time of before she committed the act, after she committed the act, to the time of arrest. They were gathering all information from her, everything. So they know what really her intentions were and that it wasn't an accident, because if it was an accident, definitely wouldn't be this. You know what I mean? So once you found out that a girl that was involved with your son, who's supposed to be, his significant other and he trusts,
Closer to the mic a little bit, DBS.
you killed them. So what do you think, man? There was I did look at you as a daughter, but now you're nothing. You're a fucking demon. You're ugh. And I guess she left it to karma. Let them do their thing.
Ooh, man. Oh, this is his brother. This is Dom's brother, Angelo.
His real brother?
Yeah, this is Dom's brother that actually helped get Mackenzie the sentence because he had some evidence on his hands.
Shout out to him, man.
What's my name? Is there a microphone or anything? My name is Angelo Russo. I'm one of Dominic's older brothers, and I'm speaking today for myself and also on the behalf of our siblings and our friends. Sorry. Dom may have been young, but he made the most of each day and had an impact on the lives of his friends and his family. Dom was a businessman, an athlete, a song producer, and an entrepreneur. Dom was not only my brother, he was also my best friend, and the friends in this courtroom also say Dom was their best friend. Many of my brother's interests and goals were centered on learning more about himself and how he could become a better person. He was always doing what he could to learn about others, how he could understand different situations, different cultures, and how he could better the community. He read from various authors every day.
And I think we saw that when he was trying to talk Mackenzie down when she was on the phone, berating and harassing him to let her in. He was really trying to diffuse that, and he was trying to be neutral as possible, but also give her information about the situation where it wasn't healthy for either one of them.
Yeah, no, he definitely seems like a level-headed dude. Like everything I seen on him, even when she would troll him one time saying, "I'm gonna call the police on you." A separate video from what you're talking about, DBS. He's like, "What the fuck?" Like he's just like he seemed like a chill dude. Like there wasn't gonna be nothing coming from him in this relationship. It's all Mackenzie.
Yeah, now toxicity is a poison, man. It spreads like a cancer, man. And she got that shit like an STD from her mom's, man. She gave it to her just like, here, take that.
And even recommended to me countless books that have made me a better person and helped me understand the world better. A few months before he passed, he told me that he soon planned on joining a branch of the military. Admittingly, I was against this, but he felt the need to not only serve the community, but also his country. He gave me countless advice, and he also helped with anything and everything. Nothing said or done here today can describe the loss or repair our lives after this tragedy. Kenzie's statement in the hospital to Detective Azu, "Can't you just take my license away for 10 years or something?"
Remember hearing that? Remember that body cam plug?
Yes, yes. Again, not being able to read the room, and she gets it for how you say it, hereditary from the mother of not being able to read the room, because we're gonna see the mom come in after everybody and talk, and you're gonna be blown away, DBS. You're gonna be blown away. This lady, they don't know how to read the room. They don't know how to just shut the fuck up.
Yeah, they got this bad girl syndrome where like the cameras are like on all the time. You fucking idiots.
That statement is Mackenzie Shirilla. The most selfish person I know. Ironically, Dom was the most selfless person I know.
You see how that goes hand in hand, the yin and yang?
The yin and yang. Yep.
It's always that way, man. I've experienced this in life. It's a wild mix, but it's usually with good intentions and really bad intentions, and then you get something like this.
Mackenzie Shirilla murdered Dom and Davion in cold blood and had already moved on. Kenzie killed Dom over the thought of losing him, and she made Davion collateral damage. She was driving, going to concerts, and dressing up for Halloween. No thoughts of the families and lives that she had destroyed.
That remember the call where she talked about him? She talked about this right here on the call with Natalie. I think it's the second call right after she got sentenced. She says, "Did you hear Angelo call Davion collateral?" You see how they point one little thing? He was just making a statement of why he technically was collateral damage. What did Mackenzie give an intent why she killed Davion? Because now that I'm looking, we need to go back to that call eventually one day, because now this doesn't make it. Now to me, it's like because he's basically saying Davion's collateral damage because your whole intent was to kill Dom. Okay.
Yep.
So why are you mad that he said that? So was there a reason why you killed Davion, Mackenzie?
That's so. When she did say that, I definitely I raised a red flag on that, because it was like, whoa. I think this is just my thought, right? I think that he was with his boy and he wasn't going anywhere, and the fact that she had them together, it was just collateral damage. You know what I mean? It's like if he's with him, then he's getting it too. If he's not with him, then it'll just be me and him. But I think she needed that extra third person to have the amp. There was something else she needed, because I don't think she would have been able to do it with just her and Dom in the car. That's just me. I think she needed that extra energy, that push, because I'm pretty sure they were they were talking and they kind of, she needed the amp. You know what I mean? Some people create chaos to amp themselves up to, be able to be the person to jump off the ledge. And Mackenzie seems like she's that kind of gal.
Yeah, man.
He started
Yeah.
2
No, you're right.
companies. He recorded his own music as well as recording music with myself and with friends. Dom helped anyone who ever needed a hand. He was an inspiration to everyone who had the honor of meeting Dominic. We love you, Dom. We love you, Davion. And God bless the both of you. Thank you so much.
So a lot of the families didn't know what the proper sentence would be for Mackenzie. That's why he probably didn't give his take on it. The judge slaps her on the wrist. I'm looking at it right now, thinking about it. Wow.
I have, Your Honor.
And any objection from Mr. McDonald?
No, Your Honor.
And have you marked your letters?
I have.
Okay, if you would give those both to the clerk.
I don't see a bit of mascara running down her face. Not even a little bit.
Go ahead.
Your Honor, there's very
Just
little
worry.
that I can say after hearing from those who love Dominic and Davion in regards to the impact that the defendant's conduct had on these families' lives. And we have received a series of letters that have been submitted on behalf of the defendant. In summarizing these, they describe her as a good student and a loving and caring person, and that she could never do something like this. And they continually, despite the verdict, refer to this as an accident, an unfortunate accident, and tell you that she is also a victim. And there are just a few things that I think is important for the court to consider in determining a sentence today. Part of the evidence in this case and introduced in trial was evidence from the defendant's cell phone. There were search warrants executed on her various social media accounts, her school records, her medical records, things of this nature. And I think that who she actually was is directly contradictory to what is painted by the letter submitted on behalf of her today.
Oh, they're having a technical difficulty, guys. Salute to the chat. Make sure you smash the like button. Mackenzie Shirilla is a stupid killer.
Mackenzie Shirilla, the stupid killer.
She thinks she's black, but she really vanilla.
I'm sorry, Judge, I thought her son was there.
Yeah, man. This is I just showed the camera to her. Whoa, whoa.
Did this bitch just say I'm a person that can do a lot of drugs and not die?
Whoa.
What the fuck?
And do a lot of drugs and not die.
What did she just say?
I'm not even cool. I'm just one of those girls that can do a lot of drugs and not die. I'm not even cool. I'm just one of those girls that can do a lot of drugs and not die. I'm not even cool. I'm just one of those girls that can do a lot of drugs and not die.
That's wild, man. She's definitely sick in the head.
God. Well, let me
thinks
tell you
she's in a
something,
simulation.
Mackenzie. Do some fucking fentanyl, you'll die. What are you talking about? You got lucky. This God did this for a reason. I don't know. We don't know what whatever is written has already been written, right? DBS, you believe in that at least? I know you have a different religion than me, but at the end of the day, we both have the same.
I do believe in a string theory in a sense. That's a whole nother thing, but she is out of her fucking mind, man. There's no empathy. There's no understanding, right? And the fact that she thinks that this is like okay to be speaking about, this is after the boys died. This is after her accident. And it looks like nothing happened. Nothing at all. She looks like the drugs probably put her so limp that nothing happened because she was so high out of her mind. So what is it that she was on that they're not, they're not testing for? Because they said there was only marijuana in her system, right?
Yeah, there was no there was marijuana in her system. There is okay. I've talked about this before. The toxicology, they didn't test McKenzie for shrooms. They tested the shrooms to see if it was shrooms. Now, if I'm wrong, somebody, Mackenzie Shirley the killer, maybe that channel could look into that. But I believe that I don't think they tested her because we looked at all the paperwork. I did a video on this already. But if she drank and did drunk driving, it would be more of it's a different charge, right? Unless this evidence is still there. I don't know.
Yeah, she's definitely not too bright.
Gotta figure like a pin, gotta figure like a doll. Don't care if you think I'm dumb, I don't care at all. Can't best sweet if I wanna be adored. I'm the girl you die for.
Whoa! Holy shit, she's sick, bro.
This is disgusting.
But you got to look at the intention of what's going on here, because pay attention to what else is going on. We're stuck in the system, right? The fact that they could use the variations of the song and the intent and connect the two to show that this is why you got to be very careful what you put on social media. You got to be super careful on how you express yourself, because this right here, the expression, told on her.
Gotta figure like a pin, gotta figure like a doll. Don't care if you think I'm dumb, I don't care at all. Can't best sweet if I wanna be adored. I'm the girl you die for.
Some sort of Black Widow. What was she watching on the iPad when she was younger, man? I want to know the connection.
Objection, Judge, none of this is introduced in the trial.
Oh, this wasn't introduced into the trial, but definitely showing some sort of intent.
Trying to get that sentence. The prosecutor wants a life sentence.
The crash, Strongsville police were notified that they had received concerning emails from the community that the defendant and her mother were
Pause it. Let me break this down for you real quick. So this right here was a modeling agency that reached out to McKenzie after the crash, and then they responded right here. I don't know if he's going to read it out, but this is very sick.
Vitally. That's this weirdo that's locked up over there in Cambodia, some crazy shit like that, Philippines or something. We love this look, MACKENZIE SHIRILLA. Can we use this post on our website and emails? We'll make sure you're credited. Reply to this comment with community if so. Natalie, SH66, Attention Vitally Community. Thank you for the amazing opportunity. Hello, this is her mother. She would love if you would use that. She's actually been trying to contact you guys for PR email. It was a tragic accident, and she did not purposely mean to put an end to any of her close friends' lives. This is just as painful as it is for her as it is for everybody else, or maybe even a little bit more painful. What?
Los Angeles modeling agency. MACKENZIE SHIRILLA said to Vitaly, "Thank you for the comment. I would love to work with you guys. I've been emailing you guys a lot. Such a great opportunity. Thank you."
Is there a date?
There's not a date on this, Your Honor. Based on the investigation, it was delivered to the police while the defendant was still in the Metro Health Hospital. So it was during that time period. She was in the hospital for several weeks. Shortly after being released from the hospital, the police were provided additional videos of the defendant from her wheelchair as she attended a concert down in the flats. And again, Your Honor, I'm introducing these to the court to show.
This chick is sick, bro. For those who know, if you know, you know. That top, man, she is definitely sick and demented, man.
The shocking lack of remorse. This was something that was being exhibited while the investigation was still going on, before she was charged and arrested in November of last year. And these were the sort of things that were coming to the police, and the shocking lack of remorse, coupled with the fact that the defendant was reported driving an automobile shortly after this event, that she was seen in Strongsville again driving a car. In spite of the fact that, as her mother testified, she got...
This bitch was driving again?
Whoa, she got her license again after the fact.
What?
So DVS, when she got her license again, she admitted to the driver license place that she doesn't have no illness, no seizures. She's a perfectly medical, stable person that could drive, and they gave her, I believe, a temporary license. I could be mistaken, but I'm pretty sure that's what happened.
Whoa.
Dizzy sometimes from a condition that she had to take salt pills for, in spite of the fact that it was, in fact, her mother who provided her with the car that she used to take Dominic and Davion's life. Halloween of last year, again, still before being charged, MACKENZIE SHIRILLA celebrated Halloween with her friends.
In the beginning, when we first heard about this case, right? This is what came up on TikTok and I think Facebook when I looked it up. And I thought this was prior to the accident. That's the way it was seemed when it was presented. And maybe I didn't do enough research, but at that particular time, it almost seemed like this was prior. And I guess because of her energy and the way she acted, because she's acting as if she was never in an accident and she never lost anybody close to her. Because when you do, you definitely wouldn't be hopping around in a fucking Mary Jane's costume. Just saying. I don't care how good the weed is. It's not that, you wouldn't do that.
Judge, I just make one continuing objection.
Sure.
Thank you.
Yeah, this is the Playboy Cardi thing that they try that, but it's just read the room. This is what I'm talking about, DBS. You don't go do this stuff after you killed your boyfriend and his friend. You don't go do this. You don't go act like you're dressed like a dead person. Of course, people are gonna be like, "What the heck are you doing, lady?" Read the room.
Usually somebody who is in an accident, the trauma from that event, losing the people that you love, you're not going to want to celebrate. You're not going to want to deal with anything that resembles dead. You're not going to want to be involved with anyone. You're going to want to try to grieve. There's no grieving time. There's a way you deal with trauma when it's an accident, and you go through this roller coaster until you get to where you need to get back to your old self. But when somebody does shit intentionally to do it for a high, they stay on that high, especially when they don't get caught, because they're gonna run it up until they need to do it again. Usually, something. She's so young, but she's got a 2-for-1. So it's like that would have been like another 10 years. And I'm just saying, I'm just going into the psyche, but this right here just shows that there's no accident. This is something that she fed her soul with. She took her energy in, and this is what we got. Fucking dancing zombies and skeletons.
Are these post?
These aren't Halloween of last year, so these would be post-crash, just before she was charged in November.
Yo, that's months. That's nothing. That's right there. Where's the grieving? Like she's shaking her hips like she didn't just get into a car wreck, bro.
We think the defendant has shown a shocking lack of remorse, Your Honor. We think that she has continually put forward that this was an accident, in spite of the fact that the evidence is in direct contradiction. Your Honor, you were on Progress Drive. You saw the evidence that was displayed in court. And Your Honor, we think that you are the person who is in the best position to decide an appropriate sentence. We have full confidence in the sentence that you'll give you. Thank you.
Your Honor, may it please the court, I asked you to allow Mrs. Shirilla to address the court first.
Here we go. Don't know how to read the room. Here we go, DBS.
Uh-oh. Really, man? Really? I never seen her before.
Can you start with your name?
My name is Natalie Shirilla.
She failed her daughter, bro.
He
Yeah.
failed. She failed. Yes. Yes.
I just want to say, am I allowed to address them at all?
Sure.
I just want to say to the family
Whoa, them?
that
Yeah, there's something off. I'm gonna stop using certain terminologies because people are starting to get upset, but they're off. I don't know if this is like pre psychosis or what's being classified now as something, but this is definitely she's on something.
I'm broken, sad, and lost, and my heart hurts for everyone. Okay? Davion was her new friend, and Dom was the love of her life, and he was part of our family. Okay? I'm just so sorry that this happened, and we're heartbroken.
And how can you say these things, right? And I'm not trying to be like super disrespectful here, but I'm just trying to bring facts. Your daughter was living in their house. Why wasn't she living in your home? And how could Dom be a part of your family when he has his own home that your daughter's living in? I'm just saying.
Okay? And then, Your Honor, this was a terrible, tragic nightmare accident to have happened that she has no memory of, and she will never emotionally
That helicopter mom bullshit.
or physically recover from it. She almost died too, and we're asking that you please not run the sentence as consecutive. It was family, and we all loved each other. That morning of the accident, she called. I got a phone call that there was a car accident. Okay, so we went to the hospital, and I didn't even know who was in the car. The names had not been confirmed yet, and I'm gonna cry because I missed Dom so much. We loved him so.
It's fucking crocodile tears. Bullshit. It's all bullshit. Do you believe this, plug? This is bullshit.
Yeah, bro. She's come on, bro.
She can't even get a tear out of her fucking dry ass eyes.
So much. So I called Dom like over and over again, praying that he was going to answer the phone, and he didn't answer.
This shit is hereditary. I was gonna correct you earlier, plug, about this being hereditary, but you are absolutely onto something. This shit is fucking hereditary, bro.
The phone. So then I tried to call his mom, and she didn't answer the phone either. And I still didn't know who was in the car. I didn't even know if she was alive. I didn't know what was happening. So then we were in the waiting room. And then his mom she did call me. So I answered the phone, and I was like, oh my God, like, I don't even know who was in the car. Like, what's happening? Was that Dom? And she said, what do you mean? My son is dead. And I was like, I'm so sorry.
What?
Whoa.
What?
Read the room, lady.
And then she said something like, and now I have to wait until your kid's out of the hospital. And then I didn't hear the rest. I was like, we loved him so much. And I hung up the phone. I did not talk about social media. I didn't even know what was going on yet. Okay. So then
the courts have turned into parents, bro. These parents are pleading their case to a judge, talking about, I wasn't on social media. I swear I wasn't on social media. Like a kid, bro.
Hey, Mackenzie probably would have got 10 years if the mom wouldn't have fucking opened her mouth.
Man, she was cooked way before, man. Once they charged her ass, they saw it all.
That was it. So
but she definitely put the fork in there, I'll tell you that.
Hospital, that Vitality post, I commented on that because somebody had called her a murderer. Okay. And she's not a murderer. So she didn't even have.
She's lying right there. And Mackenzie commented right after she did. We just seen it on the screen, you dumb bitch.
Still had it. Okay.
Yeah. Fucking around, you die. Fucking with her.
So I jumped on and I was like, she's not a murderer. She's more sad than hurt than most of these people commenting. She's been trying to get in touch with you.
Not once did I hear, yo, I made a stupid decision. I don't know what the fuck happened. Oh my gosh. I don't know. Somebody who really had an accident would not ever go into a car again, would not, want to be around any kind of thing that would remind them of the accident. This is, that's just natural. She hasn't shown.
Yeah, Natalie, you provided the car. You provided everything, Natalie. It's your fault, Natalie.
Fucking Natalie, man. Natalie's are kind of wild, man. Shout out to all the good ones, but there's a lot of wild ones.
I mean, at that point, it was just an accident. So I commented on her behalf, not because of the modeling opportunity. Who cares about that? I don't want them to refer to her as a murderer, okay? And I don't even know how that comment got on the phone because the police still had her device and she could not access her phone or social media. That's why I did it. And I had called them asking if they could shut down social media.
They were really to go into like a custody, like who's responsible and who, you know, if you had to take responsibility for your child, like the crimes that they commit, they would be sentenced as well, but there would be a separate investigation to show what contributed to the fact of why that took place. She'd be fucked all the way. They'd be like, well, this is the reason why this took place because of your fucked up parenting.
Because people were calling her a murderer and making death threats and organizing groups to, take her out when she got out of the hospital and stuff. So I don't even want her phone. I don't care about her phone. I don't care about social media. I just wanted them to stop calling her a murderer so that when she did come to, and she did come out of surgery, multiple surgeries, that
she's told on herself so many times already, bro, that the judge is just like, hurry up, lady. Let's get this fucking over with, lady.
You wouldn't see all these people calling her a murderer because she would never, ever, ever murder the love of her life. Okay? Halloween, for 3 months after the accident, she would only wear his clothes. She would only eat the snacks
That sounds a psychopath to me.
he ate. She would only listen to the music he wrote. Okay? She was laying in bed for 3 months crying. There was a shrine.
Yeah, during that time period, MACKENZIE SHIRILLA was loving all the attention she was getting and all the sympathy and all the messages. She even had a GoFundMe where she got money. Let's not forget, MACKENZIE SHIRILLA received money during this time period for killing people. Let's just put that out there.
Wow.
I showed it. And then this company called Mojo something, it's a toy company. They donated money to Dom, Davion's, and MACKENZIE's GoFundMe because they thought it was an accident.
Wow.
Her with photos and things that he liked, and this flower that lights up that he got her because he wanted it to be fresh and alive forever. It's like a little Beauty and the Beast flower. Okay, she's got this shrine.
That's even sicker, bro. This right here, man, this has red flags all over it, and nobody took action on either side. Nobody was adult enough to say, yo, hold the fuck up, man. This is not going to end well. Yo, you get the fuck over there and stay your gypsy ass on your fucking side of the fence. And I'm going to fucking raise my son this way. Or something, some sort of, because this is already gone. She's already she's twisted. She will never take accountability for herself, her actions, or her daughter's actions. And that's why MACKENZIE can't fucking get it right and have any kind of empathy or any kind of sympathy or anything. She's not accountable. There's nothing there. And it's all from this she-wolf bitch.
Of him next to her. So she was crying for 3 months. So her friends asked if she wanted to go out trick-or-treating or to Halloween. And it was like, oh, you. And she didn't even want to go. She said, I don't know, should I go? She couldn't even walk yet, barely. So I told her, I said, baby, please go. It's Halloween. You've been laying for 3 months crying.
Who the fuck says that to their kid after? Go outside the Day of the Dead and regenerate.
Listening to his music, please go have just a moment of fun. So we told her to go.
That's crazy you say that. They were into voodoo dolls. That is probably some kind of you're onto something on that. She came back outside on Halloween.
Yeah, this is a sick bitch. Yeah, both of them are sick bitches, bro. I didn't want to get into the witchcraft shit. I really didn't, but I did in a sense. If you know, the halter top, they're fucking sick fucks, man, and all that shit. And I wanted to say earlier, man, none of this shit works unless you have pure intentions. It has to be positive, pure, genuine intentions. She has none of this. This is dark magic at its fucking yuckiest, bro. That's why all this shit is happening to her. She's gonna learn her lesson, though. Something's gonna take place. But yes, I didn't want to mention it, but you're absolutely fucking right, bro.
I brought her back home. She just needed a second of fun from losing her whole world. So that was us. We told her to go. And that concert she went to with Dom's cousin, Abby, they picked her up. They brought her there. That was Dom, Mackenzie and Dom and Abby all decided to go to this concert together while they were in the hospital. That was for Dom. Everything she did after the accident was
sacrifices for Dom, absorbing and sucking the energy out of his music and trying to metamorph whatever the fuck that is, and then going out on the Day of the Dead to confirm. Get the fuck out of here, you crazy bitches. Get the fuck out of here, bitch.
either in honor of him, to be close to him, or just to be by him any way that
And wearing his clothes for a fucking Mom's Day. You know how sick this shit sounds, bro? This bitch was trying to do some witchcraft shit, man.
She's like devastated and tragic. He was the air that she breathes. Okay, and they went with his cousin. We spent all kinds of time with him after the accident. What was the other thing?
I'm hearing an awful lot about your daughter. I'm not hearing very much about the two dead people.
Ooh.
Yeah, bang, bang, boogie. She was getting tired of this shit. She's gonna chastise the shit out of her. Watch, like a parent. Watch this.
Dominic, okay, I'm asking you for a leniency because this was a tragic accident that she does not remember. And Davion, he's a new friend. I'm so
What
sorry.
does that mean? His life is worthless?
Whoa,
No.
that's what I'm saying. Break it down, fucking bitch.
No, God, no, not at all. They all loved each other. They all spent every day together. You know what I mean? I don't know
And
too
isn't
much
that
for
part
him.
of the problem, Mrs. Shrill?
Sorry?
Isn't that part of the problem, that they all trusted each other? Isn't that part of
It's not a problem at all. It was
the problem,
wonderful.
how they all ended up in the car together and two of them ended up dead?
I understand. I understand
Wow,
what it
this
looks
judge
like.
is killing it.
You know, she's talking reason and rationale. We're not going for this fucking around the schoolyard bullshit or ring around the rosy on a merry-go-round shit you trying to spin us with. Let's get to the fucking facts, bitch.
I'm saying that it was a tragic accident. She would never.
Well, we're gonna have to disagree on that.
I understand.
Right, and I respect your position, you disagree with me.
I understand. But anyway, that's it. I just wanted to address those. We told her to go to those things, and then she did go with Dom's family. So look at that.
All the things she could be addressing, she should be addressing the fact that she should be taking accountability for her actions, and that whether it was an accident like she says it was, or she's fucking taking admittance and guilt for the fucking actions that she decided to take place. Because, you know, if we're all being real here, this bitch ran herself into a wall with her boyfriend and his best friend. So what are you doing, bitch?
Don't look at it with look on that with different eyes if you can, please.
Those things are not relevant.
Not at all. Not at all. Not at all. But she's a good. If you would have a moment, all you would need is 5 minutes of a conversation to have with her to learn who she is.
How long was the first call that we heard with her and her mother? Man, that shit sealed the deal for me, man. It was like 30 seconds in. I was like, yep, this bitch is evil.
Just that you would just need 5 minutes to learn who she is and what she's capable of not doing and doing, and you would see for yourself. That's all. I'm so sorry, guys. I'm sorry. I love you.
Bitch just pulled out the finger with the thumb on it, the gun, the thumb. I love you. Shot you with love, baby. Yeah. Oh, this is bitch boy husband? Fucking the bitch boy dad, bro. You see it? Let's rewind. He said, no, watch this. Bow. You saw that? Bow. Heck no.
Yep.
You saw that wrist fucking crack, bro?
Yeah, oh my gosh.
Is there anyone else?
I would like Mackenzie to address the court.
Mackenzie, you don't have to speak if you don't want to. It's up to you. Okay.
Oh, she's about to do it, son. She's about to fucking cook herself a fucking plate of food. She's gonna be the main course, you stupid little bitch.
You can sit if it's more comfortable, whatever's better for you.
The families of Dom and Davion, I'm so deeply sorry. I hope one day you can see I would never let this happen or do it on purpose. I wish I could remember what happened. I'm just so sorry. I'm heartbroken. I love Dom and Davion. We were all friends and Dom was my soulmate. I wish I could take all your pain away. And I'm so sorry. And to my family, thank you for the support and all the love you guys give.
Okay, this is what she wrote on the last call. So I did the last call, right? And they actually worked on this little speech.
I remember this was like how Wade did it with Jesse to do the marketing for all the bullshit.
Exactly.
That's it. That's fucking it, bro. And the last thing she says is, "I want to give this to my family support." And yo, bro, that's the last thing you're worried about, bro. Like, really, where's the sincerity, the convincing of, you're really remorseful for what it is that took place. But then again, we know what time it is. But just so quick like that, that wasn't even 30 seconds, man. That wasn't shit.
Anything else from the defense?
If I could address the court, too. Your Honor, may it please the court. First of all, I'd like to extend my condolences to the Russo and Flanagan family. I can't imagine how difficult this is. It's terrible. People's acts have consequences, and the consequences here are up to you. You have a range of possibilities as it relates to a girl who was 17 at the time, who is now 19 years old and has no criminal record. And as you so correctly pointed out in the opening, the decision when she gets out is up to the parole board. And we know how the parole board operates. And we know that everybody gets flopped at least once. So
That's about 12 to 24 months. So whatever she gets sentenced to, she'll see the board, and then, no matter how fucking good she's done, no matter what, they're gonna plop her with a 12 to 24. And then she'll come back, and then they'll really review her shit to see whether or not, she's eligible, if she's done the things that she's changed. She has some sort of empathy. She tells a different story, because behind everything that's going on in the minutes, the parole board is going to have the true story of what took place. They're going to know the intent. They're going to know the manipulation. They're going to know, you know, everything. So they're going to hear her. And if she's still going with this I don't remember shit, they're going to hit her with 24 months. No matter what the fuck she says, how many programs she has, how many puppies she raised, which I
That
would
is
definitely.
a great point. You're right. She would have to program. She would have to go through the classes, and she would have to admit. They don't let you out unless you do that. How many parole hearings have we seen from do? This is the same thing. Mackenzie Shirilla would have to say that she remembered. They're
Yep.
not going to put up with it. You're so right, bro.
And then that would be another 24 months for the deceit and lying. So then it would come back and see what the new fucking manipulation tactic is, because it would be a little different from the last one, because they're trying to see if she'll adapt and reform. And if she comes with some more bullshit, they're like, well, hit her with another 24 months until it's defeated. They're going to try to break her. She's going to be doing quite a long time.
15-year sentence becomes a 20-year sentence at minimum. And it'll be up to this young lady here as to how she's going to conduct herself for the next 20 years or whatever the sentence would be. That would be number one. Second of all, I'd like to say thank you so much for allowing and taking the time to read those letters. And I would like to concentrate on the letters from the people from juvenile court. First of all, Miss Smith and Miss Kent.
Ooh.
They have been the people who have monitored.
So juvenile court, man, they're fucking specialists. They know the deal. They see everything. They've been doing this shit forever. They know all the fucking tricks of the trade. They got the data and algorithms figured out, plus field work. Just sitting down with her, they're listen. 20 years is not enough.
Her progress since she was entered the juvenile detention facility, where she was for about 9 months. And I would like to commend them for writing these letters, because ultimately, or initially, I tried to have them send a letter, and the people at juvenile court wouldn't let them. And so they sent these letters anyways.
Whoa.
And what do we see from their letters? We actually see where both of them say that she expressed remorse during the time. What the prosecutor played there was after the accident and way before she was ever incarcerated. They also both say that they have observed her grow as a person, that she's taken every single class
Didn't she have a CO that was like into her or some shit like that? Or that was an adult? Just curious.
Possible, both culinary and college. That she's actually been a model inmate, the letters say, and that she has exhibited what they call the highest level of behavior. They grade people 1, 2, 3, 4. The better your behavior, the higher the number. She has always received the highest number. She's also been receptive to counseling, and as Ms. Kent said, she has been making amends. I'd ask you to pay special attention to the letter from Kelly Leitner that I think talks about certain things. She cites certain things. Ms. Leitner is asking you to consider that the brain is not fully developed until 25 years or older. Her choices, Mackenzie's, and actions are indicative of teenage invincibility. While, based upon your decision, you don't find that, I find that there are, I remember when I was young, the dumbest things I ever did, and I'd hate to be judged for those things.
Whoa.
So really now I'm going to give you my observations because I understand what you talked with Mackenzie's mother about acceptance of responsibility, etc. All I can tell you is that from the moment I met this young lady here, she expressed sorrow. And I would say during the course of this trial.
Listen, man, this is bullshit for me. I'm just going to be real here because lawyers know what time it is, man. And I don't feel like he's being truthful. We've heard the fucking calls, and they can't hide that shit for more than 15 seconds. So for him to say this shit, I'm not a believer. Just saying.
In the initial emails and statements, she said, "I'm sorry for what you did." The prosecutor has said that she hasn't accepted responsibility. Well, as you remember, during the course of this trial, our defense was that it was a reckless homicide. That's taking responsibility for what she believes happened. So I would respectfully disagree with that. I've seen her express true remorse.
And this is all for appeal, really.
In the times that I met her in jail, and I don't think it's self-serving. And I'm going to say as an officer of the court that I feel very confident saying that she has expressed true remorse.
What's the most disgusting part about it, dude, is that she actually clowns this dude, saying that why did he speak? He actually came with a little bit of reasoning on your behalf, you dumbass.
But then that goes to show you exactly what the fuck I'm talking about. He's this is for nothing other than fucking self-gain.
Another thing that you have to ask for is the likelihood of recidivism, etc. Based upon all of those things, I respectfully request that you run the sentences concurrently. Thank you.
This is all for good standing. It doesn't make him look good or bad, but if you really read between the lines, you know what the fuck time it is. He's just doing his fucking job, bro. That's what the fuck he's doing. He's leaving room for opportunity.
Anybody else wants to speak?
Don, you have to state your honor.
No, Your Honor.
And it looks good on the minutes.
Today is the sentencing of the defendant for the purposeful and intentional murders of Davion Flanagan and Dominic Rousseau.
Keyword, intentional murders.
And in a way, it's the second time their families are gathered again to grieve. It's also a day when Mackenzie's family will grieve for the future of their daughter. All three of these families and the friends of these families are suffering, and all of their lives have been irrevocably changed because of the actions of the defendant. The unintended and collateral consequences of a selfish, intentional, and cruel decision by Mackenzie will ripple forever in time. It's literally changed history because it's ended two lives. Two young men are dead. Their deaths were horrible, terrifying, and tragic.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure those that saw the evidence photos, it was not nice. It was not nice at all.
I will say again, if any reasonable person reviews Exhibit 802, there can be no doubt in your mind what happened this night.
How do we get a exhibit at 802? Huh, Plug? We need to look into that because I think that's what seals the deal on this case.
There can be no doubt of the absolute terror of the two people in that car. The defendant controlled all the events. She chose the day. Specifically, she chose the day just before her 18th birthday. She chose to drive the car.
Hear that, Plug? She was so calculated to the extent that she made sure she did it before her 18th birthday. Now, if that doesn't show the intent to live with the seatbelt, I don't know what does. Because she obviously thought she was going to be charged as a minor.
The time to drive the car. She chose an obscure, previously scouted route through an industrial parkway. She chose the target to hit and the victims. She chose the means and the method to follow through. And she planned and purposefully executed the events of July 31st, 2022. The review of the evidence supports the factual findings, the forensic testimony, the testimony of the first responders, the testimony of the emergency room doctors who treated the defendant.
Whoa. Whoa.
Whoa.
The testimony of the coroner's medical examiner, the testimony of those who knew the victims and the defendant, and the testimony of the BMV official who provided evidence that not only did the defendant deny any medical condition when applying for her license, which her mother co-signed and attested to, but also that just after the accident, MACKENZIE renewed her driver's license and again denied any medical condition. In fact, the defendant was so concerned about driving that, as the state mentioned, during the investigation, she asked if they could just suspend her license for 10 years. It is hard to fathom how a person could be concerned about their driving privileges, having just been responsible for the deaths of two people. There was no medical condition that caused this as an accident. There was no mechanical failure of the car. The record is clear on the facts and the evidence. Her mother's uncorroborated statements without any medical testimony or records is not persuasive. It is also important to remember that even if MACKENZIE intended to also die in this crash, that is irrelevant. A failed suicide attempt is not a defense to murder. And even in a murder-suicide attempt, when the perpetrator executing the plan survives, the other death or deaths are still murder. There's only one person who's responsible for the pain of everyone in this room, and that person is you, MACKENZIE. Nobody else is responsible. This isn't the fault of Dominic's family, or Davion's family, or your family. And I know that each of you have asked your questions to yourselves, what if? What if I had done this or that? The truth of it is, none of us can control the intentions of another. And when there is a purposeful intent to harm or kill someone, it is the perpetrator alone who bears the responsibility for the choice and the consequences and the harm that follows. The difficulty for sentencing today, honestly, is whether or not I believe you should get consecutive sentences. I'm troubled that should I give you a concurrent sentence, that people will believe that somehow I'm being disrespectful to one of the victims. And on the other hand, I have to weigh the punishment. There's a very good likelihood, MACKENZIE, that you will spend the rest of your life in prison. That won't be up to me. That will be up to the parole board, and that will be up to you to a great extent. I understand that the pain in this room wants me to impose the harshest sentence.
And to the people listening, she has so many DRs right now that she's not doing the right thing now. As of right now, MACKENZIE Shirilla has not been doing the right path, and she's looking like she's going to be in there for the rest of her life.
But I don't believe that would be the appropriate sentence, because I do believe that MACKENZIE will not be out at 15 years. So she's sentenced on count 2.
Exactly.
The murder of Davion Flanagan. 15 years to life. She's sentenced on count 1, the murder of Dominic Russo, 15 years to life, to be served concurrent to each other with credit for time served.
And that's the judge just giving her some little bit of room. Like, it's up to you now, MACKENZIE. It's up to you, and you have failed.
Well, that's all. It all depends on how quick she admits to it. So if she goes to that first parole board and admits to her way of thinking, her lying, her manipulation, where it came from, the root of it, how she's changed, remorse right then and there, and then knowing that she's going to end up getting hit for a very long time. I think that's the only way she'll get out. But if she goes to that first parole board with no understanding of she has to admit guilt, she's cooked all the way. She'll never get out, ever.
I'll waive fines, fees, and costs, and your appellate counsel will be assigned. Are there any questions from the state?
No, Your Honor, thank you.
Any questions?
No, Your Honor.
All right, thank you.
Running them concurrently gave her hope, bro. She's look at her; she's not completely devastated. As if imagine if it was over back and forth. Another thing, all her previous road rage incidents, dude, that they had to take that into account too. You know, all those you getting somebody off the road that needed to be off the road. This lady needed previous road rage has been insane. She starts a lot of shit on the road.
Yeah, I've heard some things out there over on TikTok, but I think she's really banking on an appeal right now because it's not really setting in. There's no set in. Anytime during this sentencing, I don't think it's set in at all. I think someone lied to her and really told her the appeal process would get her out some way, somehow. And for whatever reason, the pathological liar believes their lies to an extent that, they'll put themselves in a situation where they're not understanding the situation. They don't have a sense of reality because I'm pretty sure now, to an extent, it's hitting her. Where she's at in the hole. I think she's in the hole right now. Something is going to give her the sense of a click of reality is, I'm never getting out. But not here, not right now. She's still banking on the appeal process.
RIP to Dom, RIP to Davion. This is the YouTube streets, man. We just reacted to this court hearing with MACKENZIE SHIRILLA getting sentenced 15 years concurrently. In conclusion, DBS.
Yeah, she's cooked, man. She's never gonna get out. Fortunately, I was gonna say unfortunately, but you know what? The fact that it hasn't set and gotten to her. Even when the calls were coming in and we were hearing what was going on with her mother back and forth, her mother has a lot to do with this. I think that's just a bit of me saying, the influence her mother had on her is the reason why she is the way she is. And, it's fucked up, but when are you going to learn?
MACKENZIE SHIRILLA, the stupid ass killer, is never going to be free again. And if she is, she better never get in the car again. I'll tell you that right now. If in 15 years, let's say she does get out, right? She gets in a vehicle, she's cooked.
No, listen, man. She's never getting out. They're not playing with her stupid ass. She's still in denial.
Better learn how to ride a bike.
She's doing that.
My bad, DBS. Go ahead.
No, she's on the train right now. She's on the Iron Horse.
She better be careful being on a train. Holy crap!
She's on a train inside of prison. They're tag teaming it.
Oh yeah, she's riding a bike with no seat belt, or a bike with no seat, huh?
I don't know. That was.
All right, yeah.
She's definitely on a train. Yeah, hit that button, man. Get out of here.
Don't you ever blame that shit on some shrooms. You a stupid little bitch, can't read the room. Yo, Natalie, you is a witch, you need a broom. And your dad is a bitch, fruit of the loom. He misses Mrs. Pumpkin. Why you give another female inmate a blumpkin? You make a weird pillow, now you dry hump it. You a soft ass bitch that needs to grow some tough skin. She want a girl look like Davion, yeah, they mix. You know that she was proud of the click, rubbing click. You know that Mackenzie, she could wish she had one wish. She would wish that a bitch would grow a dick. Now while she locked up, her parents, yeah, they outside. They on the media, yeah, you know they both fly. I seen it in their eyes, I know they both hypnotized. I think she should've died or she should be paralyzed. She wanna get the train ran on by a pair of guys. She needs attachments to a pussy, yeah, paradise. You know she living in the hell, but it's paradise. Cause she ain't never gonna ever sleep good at night. Yeah, your parents got no awareness. All them drugs that you damn did, yeah, they probably shared it. Now you get your card pulled quick, and I ain't talking tear it. You making homemade dildos, you love the carrots. What if that shit breaks in half? Think about all the remorse, what is it gonna take? What if that shit breaks in half? What about all the remorse, what is it gonna take? Shirilla the killer, she thinks she's black, but she really vanilla. I know some real bitches that will probably kill her. She's crying late at night, yeah, her head in the pillow. She's driving bitches crazy in the yard. At least she can't drive a car. No more commissary, let that bitch starve. Now she's in a cell, her she on them damn shards. Her mama gross as hell, yeah, she's talking about a fart that the prosecutor could switch. What you retard? And y'all lawyer played y'all like a fucking guitar. And your daddy's such a cuck, yeah, he still can get hard. With stupid ass bitch, yeah, here's your award. Should've died in that wreck, yeah, they should've pulled a cord. Yeah, your mama should be crying while she's looking in the morgue. And your fucking first car should've been an old Ford. Man, you grab your face down and you're selling all fours. All these discipline reports, and you don't clean your motherfucking room, don't do your chores. You'll sell always dirty, yeah, you a dirty whore. You in your early 20s, but you look 34. You crying to mommy saying I can't do it no more. 10-2, 10-2. Eyes on the road, 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 10-2.